Hi, I know you are tired maybe because this is one of the last presentation, but I hope you be motivated and patient. Well, we are students of Licenciatura Abierta en la Enseñanza de Lenguas, Inglés, Laeli, and we decide to work in team. And for that reason, we are going to present our advance of research. For start, the speakers are
Hi, my name is María Ángeles Contreras López,
and I am Julio Ernesto Méndez Torres.
and this is our advances of thesis that we prepared during the subject seminar thesis 1 with the Doctora Vicky Arisa Pinzón. The name of the research is about strategies for the development of teamwork projects in Laeli program. Thank you. The research problem. The Benemérita Universidad Autónoma de Puebla has a lot of faculties. In the Faculty of Language has a major with the modality is a semi-scholar. The name is Laeli, Licenciatura Abierta en Enseñanza de Lenguas Inglés. The modality received students are from different age, location, and context jobs. The program on Laeli requires the students go to the faculty every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And during the course, the subjects require the students and develop projects and working in teams, face-to-face or in a distant ways, and later upload and interact in the academic platform. The name of the platform is Moodle.
Well, as I mentioned it before, we are students of Laeli. To be more specific, we are students of generation 2018, and we can notice it during the discourse, during the classes, that some classmates of Laeli avoid to work in team and a distance way because some of them say that each one have different responsibilities, different schedule, different way to work, different way to learn. This is a problem that we detect and we want to face because at the end we understand that all have different responsibilities, personalities, different goals, and in any context we are different. So at the end we consider that it's possible to work in teams by distance using different technological strategies and the correct motivation, the correct management of time. At the end, we want to leave back or leaving back the idea that the work in team is only possible into the classroom.
Yes, how he mentioned, we consider that the working team has many benefits to improve our performance and quality of projects because we have to realize that working in teams, we can share and increase knowledge and through the interaction, perhaps face to face or a bit virtual way. And team how to solve problems of communication to get a good results. Also, the personal perspective is extended because the classmates show us our errors and or strain by the feedback because working in teams, the feedback is in is related in most of the time.
Of course.
Yes.
In this case, we consider the work in teams has many benefits, as mentioned before. And in this case, the students of Laeli need to identify that they are the primary material. We understand that. They are teachers that need to professionalize their knowledge. We are teachers, so we need to professionalize that area. We need to improve our technological knowledge. In this process, the students sometimes need to develop projects in teamwork in Laeli, and some of them sometimes refuse the idea, but at the end, they are going to do it. They need to face that challenge and develop a quality project.
These were part of the objectives because we consider the Facultad de Lenguas could apply with other generations that face the same situation because we consider that that situation they avoid to work in teams is not only the generation 2018. It can be possible the next generation or before generations. Um, Also, because we consider that because the problem, or more specific, the Laeli programs require the students work in teams, and also that the situation that we mentioned before, we can percentage in the students.
Okay. This research could give some strategies. Uh, in this case, I understand that some strategies will be developed. It could be help to the teacher to transmit those same strategy to the students. I mean, we are teachers in different contexts, in different schools, and we can help to our students in this area and be better teachers in our own context job. This is a project that other university also can use it with the same academic program, obviously, can use it and take advantages of the benefits. Well, about the research question, sorry, these are the four. What are the motivational technological factors that difficult working in team and by distance? Second is which technological strategies can improve the management of time the students of Laeli?
The next question is, what strategies help students of Laeli to work in team by distance? And the final question is, how technological strategies will help to manage of time and motivate working in team of students of Laeli?
Okay. About the summary of literature review, we have for stage generational gap, digital gap, background, and students' motivation.
In the generational gap involves some situation that the students face when the group has different generation in class. Exists a cultural shock because each generation has their own beliefs, values, and personality. Perhaps the values are the same, but the way they focus to put in practice can be different. Also, we can notice that the students prefer to interact with classmates according to the same age or an early generation characteristic. So, because it can be comfortable and easy to express and interact then.
Okay, about the digital gap, the digital gap involves the difference technological knowledge and skill to have the digital natives and immigrants because some of them born with the technological. Sometimes we move into the technology. So this is an issue in some cases because sometimes in the projects technological requirements cannot be developed in the same way, in the same quality, due to we don't use the same apps, the same tools and digital resources. Or even we don't know about them. We don't know or for what works some app. Also, the internet. While the internet or the connectivity sometimes is affected by the location can affect to develop at the moment to work in teams because we don't know for example, the megabytes connection, the practicity of our computer. In this case, the type of computer is also an important aspect to have to take account at the moment to work in teams.
The background. The background is referring to previous knowledge about the students. It involves with their environment to work, where they're from, because the program combines students with different English level, different experience, different techniques, and different preparation. For that reason, sometimes it's a little complicated and the interaction in the classroom. Now, even it's more difficult when it's at the moment to work in projects because some of the students say that prefer alone to work alone, and because they say that they can work in their own rhythm. So the backgrounds we consider is a have a good influence in this project.
That's right. Well, now about the student motivations. Well, I consider personally this one of the biggest uh, aspects in the personal in each student or each teacher The motivation is part, a fundamental part on our development, because if you don't have the motivation, you don't want to do it. So student motivation play an important role, because the first years a lot of students enter, and the pass of the time, some of them, some classmates, leave the major.
Mhm.
There are many factors around, but we have noticed that in our generation, one of the important are economic aspect. You know,
Because of
the
the,
cost
well, the Soviets, no?
of the subject is
Factor.
is a factor. Well, the expectative of the program is not weighted. Some classes or some classmates don't want to participate in that class because they don't feel that is important. The contextual job sometimes is affected by the projects, tasks, and vice versa. The projects and the tasks affect or develop on our performance in our jobs, and that is difficult because the job is the mainly part of
Or economy
our
aspect.
economic aspect, exactly. And so, and finally, the gaps affect how we mentioned it before, how the gaps can be an important aspect to be considered.
And the methodology that we plan to use is analyze individual aspects to work in teams, promote a series of technological and motivational strategies, and also the student quantity of students of Laeli generation 2018, and survey interview and the students. This research tries to analyze which are the most frequent individual aspects and promote a series of technological and motivational strategies that help them. It will be a case study quantity, which the participants are students of Laeli, the generation 2018, because we are form part of this generation. Um, we will do by survey and interview at the students. We want to analyze the technology and the time management by strategies, the motivating work, and a disciplinary students. For that reason, it's important to analyze, describe, and design, and later apply with the classmates. With our classmates, yes.
Okay. It can be possible to describe the difficulties, likely students to work in teams distance, and applying, as mentioned, my partner, applying technologies is in the service. To be designed with the purpose of this is design technological strategies that improve time management of likely students to develop good team projects. And we consider the motivation and explanation how to use the application will permit to develop projects at a distance and in terms, in a good terms.
Um,
Well,
well, thank you for
we
your attention.
thank you very much for your attention. If
Yes,
you have a question, we will.
you can ask us.
Uh, that's all.
That's
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you.